Well, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. I am back. We are here taking a little bit of a break from the reviews today. We're going to be discussing um, wrestling. It's been a minute since I've talked wrestling, so I am going to do a wrestling video. We're going to be ranting about today's wrestlers, and I'm going to be mentioning WWE and the video is going to be called "The Undertaker Was Right" because Undertaker, I think like a month ago, it was a month or two ago, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast and he was talking about, and he just brought an example up of like how today's wrestlers are kind of soft, and he mentioned video games and how many wrestlers like tweeted back at him, and it's not even just like a respectful response. Some were like flat out disrespectful. I'm like, you bitches are irrelevant, and then more and more of the things add up, like proving him right. I think like a few weeks ago, there was a tier list because WWE's on Fox right now, and on like Twitter they have usually a tier list, like a dollar tier list, like, and $5 is the top. And they did it for like, I guess, WWE women. And how many wrestlers? Like, you got Shelton Benjamin, you had fucking Matt Cardona, aka Zack Ryder's bitch ass, come out and be like, "This is disrespectful to women." You got Natty's bitch ass writing some long fucking message about, oh, my self worth. It's like they do this tier list literally for everybody, for every sport. Really, not even just sport. They did it with fucking comic book characters. They did it with sports, other wrestlers, and no one was offended. It was literally a tier list. I'm like, add this to the example of Undertaker being right about today's wrestlers being a bunch of soft. They can't handle criticism and trying to make it like a sexism thing. Like, why are you offended at a tier list? And I would think Natalia would be better than that because she was born in the industry, and you would think she would have more thick skin. But no, getting offended at a fucking tier list they do to everybody else, and trying to act um like there's just so many examples. How many wrestlers just get buttered if you criticize them? You have Bow Wow kind of shitting on wrestling, but you could tell it's kayfabe. And how many wrestlers are legit getting buttered about it? God, how many times they got buttered at what Undertaker said? And Undertaker really just brought. And I love video games. Don't get me wrong, but how many people got it? It's like because he used that trigger word, video games, and how many people got offended instead of, this is the Undertaker, one of the best in the business, and you're gonna get offended at what he's, instead of taking what. And unfortunately, Roman Reigns also got offended. And I like Roman, but come on, he's the locker room leader, and he should be almost like heeding what Undertaker is saying. But you got to measure up. Getting offended at, or a few weeks ago, Kane. Well, now that he's a mayor, he tweeted something like, if Republicans said like the sky was blue, people would disagree. And he was mainly making the point that anything a Republican says is automatically bad. That was mainly the point. And how many wrestlers, including sadly Bobby Lashley, tweeted, "Oh, the sky is blue," to almost mock Kane. This is Kane, one of the best in the fucking business. And y'all getting offended at what he said. Why not just say nothing? You know? Instead of getting worked up about this, how about trying to fix your ratings? Like literally, AEW, I'm including all of them. AEW can't even hit 1 million viewers on a consistent basis. WWE, Raw can't get higher than a 2, and SmackDown can't get past a 2. Literally, the ratings are the worst than they've ever been on all wrestling shows. And these wrestlers rather get offended at what Undertaker said, what Kane said, shitty tier lists, instead of, you know what, maybe try to up your fucking ratings and try to make your show entertaining so people can fucking watch. You know? I don't know what happened. Wrestlers used to seem so thick-skinned back in the day. Now, they're a bunch of sissies. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, they're a bunch of sissies who get offended at every little thing. literally a tier list they do with other fucking wrestlers and other entertainment avenues too. You don't see like fucking the Lakers or even like basketball players in the Lakers getting offended at a tier list. They don't fucking care. So why should wrestlers care? And then coming out people like Shelton Benjamin and fucking Zack Ryder coming out to virtue signal. Like, shut the fuck up. Worry about making your shows entertaining, guys. Or Natalia's case, like Natalia, maybe try not to make have current talent job out to you. You know what? Like Natalia is talking about this tier list. Maybe try to fucking open up behind the scenes and stop going over talent that actually should go. Like for example, on SmackDown, I kind of semi keep up with wrestling. I don't watch it, but I like watch reviewers review it, right? And Natalia goes over I think her name is Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's like a current talent that should be coming up on the ranks. No, let's feed fucking Liv Morgan to fucking Natalia, who's been there for literally decades. She should be putting people over instead of voicing her opinion. Be like, no, I should probably be losing, and try to get better. Try to get better. You know what? If you want to be higher on the tier list, if anything, those tier lists should almost be like a motivation. Because one of the few people I don't think I remember anyone bitching about it was Sasha Banks and Charlotte. You know why? They're on the high tier list. Realistically, it's partially they're just butthurt because they're on the lower end. That's all it is. Tier lists are gonna always exist. And the fact that today's wrestlers are a bunch of offended bitches. Y'all just proved Undertaker right. The people who responded to him, you proved him right. The people that did that shit to Kane proved Undertaker right, that you're so fucking sensitive that you feel like you could just disrespect a legend like Kane when half of you are just a bunch of jabronis that are irrelevant. Like Zack Ryder, you've always been irrelevant. Why are you coming out virtue signaling about a tier list, bruh? Is it because AEW wouldn't even, as shitty as a company as AEW is, they wouldn't even take his ass? Is that why you virtue signaling? Because AEW won't give you a job? Just fed up with it, man. Because I mean, I'm kind of tired of like people being sensitive in general, but it should not be in the wrestling business. Wrestlers should be, and I'm talking about men and women. It used to be like one of the hardest companies back then. Now they're a bunch of fucking thin-skinned bitches who can't handle criticism, who get offended at a tier list instead of trying to, you know what, up the ratings on your show. Shelton, you're on a show where they can't even get past 2. Monday night. And the irony is, Shelton Benjamin was around when Raw was actually worth a shit. He was around during the Ruthless Aggression era when Raw was still getting solid ratings. It wasn't getting Attitude Era ratings, but it was still getting good ratings. Fucking Raw nowadays can't even get past a 2. And he got SmackDown. The only thing worth a shit on SmackDown right now is fucking Roman Reigns. Instead of all these wrestlers getting offended at these tier lists, try to fix your show. Try to make your show more entertaining. Undertaker was right, man. And the fact that y'all just decide to come out and disrespect him. Like, literally, this dude was like the godfather in wrestling, if you're really gonna be honest with it. Be honest. And half these people coming out are a bunch of jabronis that I don't care about, who are just nothing but flip monkeys who do nothing but kicks, while Undertaker was entertaining millions for decades. Same thing with the people going at Kane. The people going at Kane are a bunch of jabronis who are nothing but flip monkeys who will never hold a candle to Kane's legacy. Fuck these wrestlers, man. They're no different than a bunch of other... They're no different than SGWs. I'm going to say it. They're no different than SGWs, so... Unfortunately, that's wrestling now, so... Take one more hit, and then I'll play us out. So, Undertaker was right. fuck most of these modern wrestlers. Other than that, guys, my next video will be Monday, where I'll be reviewing Nightmare Part 4. Nightmare 4, sorry. And then Tuesday will be Nightmare 5. So it'll be 2 Nightmare videos upcoming. Alright, guys. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.